And I think I've said this before. I didn't have a smoke, and I was running into class in college, and my mentor, rest in peace, Ron Frangipani, you're the best. He's outside, and I knew he smoked Pall Malls, like the red pack of Pall Malls, right? And just by looking at them, they were like longer, so I knew they were filtered, right? Because I know Pall Mall is just a small pack. So, I never bummed one. I'm running to the door and I pat myself down like, God damn it, I forgot him. And I was parked on the other side of Monmouth University. Whatever. So I see him outside. Hey, Ron, you mind if I grab a smoke? He's like, yeah, sure, son, no problem at all. And he ripped the filter off, but I didn't really catch that. And then he handed it to me, and I just was, in a hurry, and I was thinking about class and everything. I'm just getting puffing. Dude, I took a drag off a no filter Pall Mall.
Why would you rip it off?
It's how he rolled.
Oh, that's how he does it?
That's how he did it.
Why would he do it for you?
That's what I'm saying. He just, when in Rome, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, but I just didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention. And it was nice to get one-on-one with the old man, you know what I mean? Because he had a cool story. Dude. He worked with like John Lennon and Gene Simmons from Kiss. And like, you know what I mean? So every now and again, hey, Ron, tell me a little something, man. What was Mick Jagger like? Something like that, right? Yeah. And so it was nice to get a moment with the old man. But I remember I took the first drag. I was like, it was insane. It was like I was smoking like insulation or something. It was ridiculous. Yeah. Welcome to another episode of Don Draper's Den. On this podcast, we discuss branding and marketing, how it touches so many aspects of our lives. We also talk a bunch of trash about music and food and culture and nostalgia and so much more, possibly each other. We hope you're entertained. We hope you can get some insight from two marketing professionals such as ourselves. I'm Chris. This is Ernie. In this episode, we get into all kinds of stuff, man. Some racial stuff, little people getting their wrestling on, old-timey ads.
Yeah, diversity, inclusion.
Previous dictators on meth. Like, it's a whole thing. Yeah. We hope you guys like it. As always, please like and share and subscribe and comment. We want to blow this thing up. And as always, we appreciate your guys' support. So without further ado, pour yourself a glass and let's get into this.
All right, cheers.
Here's to you, man. I'll keep my goddamn pinky out. I don't care. It's fine. It's fine. Bro, when it's like a little cold and a little rainy, a la the song November Rain. November is going to be upon us and everything. Yeah, man. It's I get a little sleepy.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Me too.
Take a little nap.
When are the hours supposed to change? When are we supposed to fall back?
Fall back.
Yeah.
I don't know. When that's a thing, right? When does that happen? I don't know, man.
Because I think that's what that should help a little bit.
Yeah, fall. Because right. Fall behind or whatever, and it feels better because the spring ahead sucks because you wake up and
Right. But that should help a little bit.
Yeah, it's not as extreme out here, right? I remember growing. That's a notable difference, man. Like, what's it take to get to the next to Central Time, right? I mean, that's in Indiana, right? I don't really know. Like Indy, I think Indianapolis is in Central Time, right?
I know Illinois is
for sure, right? Anyways, however more far west we have to go, right? I'm pretty sure that like sunset in Cincinnati is about 40 minutes different from me growing up in Jersey. Significantly different, man. Like when I first got out here, like it screwed me up, right? And the thing is, I remember distinctly like getting off the school bus and it would be pitch black, right? At like 4:00 in the afternoon, it'd be pitch black.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then out here, totally different, right? Because summertime, I'm just like, Jesus Christ. It's like I'm in the Antarctic or something, or in the Arctic. You know what I mean? Where the sun never sets, in Alaska and shit. Yeah. It was super weird. It was like 9:15. I'm like, the sun is still out. This is super weird. Anyway, so I have no idea about that. Honestly, if nobody told me, like Columbus Day and Memorial Day, but shout out to the troops, but just, I'm busy. I don't know. I don't think about any of that. So if I don't have it on my calendar if somebody doesn't tell me, I'll just keep going to work. And
I think
know.
about it from the standpoint of like, when is it coming? Because I notice that every time fall starts turning into winter, man, it just sinks me. Like I want to fall asleep all the time. I want to take naps.
Yeah,
it's exhausting. Yeah.
I take that
Start living
Alpha
on
Brain
coffee.
Yeah,
IV drip of coffee.
I like when we got the Black Rifle. Shout out Black Rifle Coffee. But yeah, I like banging out, like get like usually 2 cups in the morning, right?
2 cups in the morning.
Yeah.
Okay.
Was that a lot?
Seems like it. Depending on how big I have 1 cup in the morning, 1 cup in the afternoon, and then if I'm really struggling, I'll do like an espresso sometime in between.
You have like a regular cup though. You don't have like one of those freaking.
Yeah, that's what. Right, but like if you're doing cup. 2 cups in the morning and you're drinking out of that huge cup.
No, but what? That's like 24. Probably no. So 16. So it's like 30 ounces of coffee in the morning. I don't do that.
Okay.
No, like a regular mug,
a little mug,
like a gentleman. Not some kind of but you're right. Like one of the networking people that I'm real tight with, she's that lady, right? Typical. She'd admit it. Basic white girl, just out there with the cups this big. You know what I mean? Her bag is this big. That whole thing, right? Typical mom, but yeah, she's got like 50 ounces of caffeine by noon, bro.
But that's not like regular coffee. I mean, they probably do some sort of coffee macchiato or something.
The deal, man. Of course, it's the almond macchiato with like the vegan butter and the whole thing.
Cappuccino.
Right. And God forbid you call it a large. What's large at Starbucks?
Venti.
Venti, is that what it is?
I think so.
Which is 20 in Italian, right?
Something like that, yeah.
Right? I saw that in that Paul Rudd movie. Anyways, I don't know where I was going with that, but it's coffee time.
It's funny because I used to, I did some barista work years ago, early 2000s.
Okay.
And I still can't remember what's the difference between a cappuccino and a frappuccino and a macchiato. Just give it to me black with just a little cream. That's it.
Yeah. Black like my soul. Yeah. Well, you know what? I didn't believe the hype in the black too, man. I went to my honeymoon was in Argentina. And so I had my, kind of cafe on the corner kind of a moment, right? Where I'm like, all right, I feel like that's something to do. Like you're in some kind of, it's very European down there, right? Very European. It's not South America. You feel like you're in France or something. So I hear. I've never been to France. But anyway, so I'm like, I have an obligation here to get me not a cafe Americano, right? No. We need the real shit. So of course they bring out like a cup, like a thimble, you know what I mean? And it's like sludge, it's not the coffee we would expect. And it was tasty, right? I just said, give it to me like
the way you typically drink
like the locals, right? It's kind of my people. Argentina is way far away from Colombia, but still in South America. Dude, I almost had a heart attack. Yeah. I downed it because it was sweet.
Yeah.
That's bitterness.
A lot to ingest.
It just wasn't there. The bitterness it just didn't hit the same. But no bullshit. By the time we were done, it might have been a 25-minute kind of chill we had on this corner in Buenos Aires, and there's like wild dogs running around. There's it's a weird city. Anyways, by the time we stood up, I looked at my ex like, dude, I might be having a heart attack right now. Like, it was way more than I was ready for. Yeah. I think typical cup of coffee is like 250 milligrams. So I don't know what that was, but it was out of control.
Yeah, I do love espressos because that's what you basically drink. Yeah. I noticed that I started drinking coffee because black because mainly I just don't have the time, or I feel like I don't have time to mix all the stuff and do all that stuff. So it's like, just give it to me black. I just need that shot of caffeine,
Yeah.
But then I learned that that's when you can really taste if the coffee's good. If you drink it just pretty much plain,
Yes.
And that's also when I learned that Starbucks coffee sucks.
Balls.
Because I just drink that black. I'm like, what is this? It's just
bitter.
Bitter. It's like no wonder they got to put all that sugar and flavored syrups and all that shit in there.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, no. Give me just like a cup of Dunkin' Donuts or McDonald's coffee, black. It's fine for me. If I had to choose, I'm saying to go through a drive.
That's where you go. You go to McDonald's.
No,
bro?
not necessarily. But if I'm gonna go to just get a black coffee somewhere,
Yeah.
I just McDonald's black coffee is good.
Really?
Yeah, it is good. So is Dunkin's.
No sugar, black.
No, just black. Yeah.
Wow, dude.
Every once in a while, I might put just a little bit of cream, but it doesn't really change much.
2 and 2, bro. Two sugars, 2 creams. God, there's something to that ritual, man. I don't smoke anymore, but late in high school, senior year, and I don't know, 25, 26, somewhere in there, I would smoke, sometimes consistently, some not. But like waking up early, and I was a paintball referee, and getting shot in the neck by some, out of town, some New Yorker or something like that, came out in the woods, do the paintball thing. And it was a fun gig, you know what I mean? And so I had cut out like a little hole in the paintball mask because it was annoying. You have to take the mask, take a puff,
Yeah.
So just get through the hole. But there's something about the ritual of it. I don't know. I know that it kind of glorifies it. I hope my kids don't see it.
What, cigarettes or
and coffee? Just that particular combo.
Yeah.
As long as, God forbid, if there's not a bathroom around, you're running into situations, right?
I always thought coffee, cigarette, and like a newspaper. Just open it. Now we don't even have newspapers, or we do, but
we're here. We're here with it.
It just doesn't have the same feel.
No.
Like I remember coming down, from the upstairs, my upstairs room in the mornings, seeing my dad. He's drinking his coffee, reading the newspaper. He wasn't a smoker, but it was like, I
don't know. Yeah.
That's the morning ritual.
Feels,
What was your brand of cigarettes?
Smoked Reds. Marlboro Reds.
Yeah, actually, it's funny because I wish I would have guessed, because that's what I would have guessed.
Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, man, that was on brand. I think I've said this before. I didn't have a smoke, and I was running into class in college, and my mentor, rest in peace, Ron Frangipani, you're the best. He's outside, and I knew he smoked Pall Malls, like the red pack of Pall Malls, right? Yeah. And just by looking at them, they were like longer, so I knew they were filtered, right? Because I know Pall Mall is just a small pack. So, I never bummed one. I'm running to the door and I pat myself down like, God damn it, I forgot him. And I was parked on the other side of Monmouth University. Whatever. So I see him outside. Hey, Ron, you mind if I grab a smoke? I said, yeah, sure, son, no problem at all. And he ripped the filter off, but I didn't really catch that. And then he handed it to me, and I just was, in a hurry, and I was thinking about class and everything. I'm just getting puffing. Dude, I took a drag off a no filter Pall Mall.
Why would you rip it off?
It's how he rolled.
Oh, that's how he does it?
That's how he did it.
Why would he do it for you?
That's what I'm saying. He just, when in Rome, right?
Yeah.
So anyways, but I just didn't see it. I wasn't paying attention. And it was nice to get one-on-one with the old man, you know what I mean? Because he had cool stories. Yeah. He worked with like John Lennon and Gene Simmons from Kiss, and like, you know what I mean? So every now and again, hey, Ron, tell me a little something, man. What was Mick Jagger like? Something like that, right? Yeah. And so it was nice to get a moment with the old man. But I remember I took the first drag. I was like, it was insane. It was like I was smoking like insulation or something. It was ridiculous. Yeah. So, anyways, but yeah, man, the coffee, the cigarette combo, the newspaper, right? Yeah, man. Or going into in Jersey, into a diner, some good diner coffee when you could still smoke too. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. Yeah. I'm glad we don't smoke inside anymore.
Yeah, I'm glad too.
But I remember playing gigs in Philly, and you can still smoke in the bars there, right?
Kentucky, you can still smoke in restaurants
right now.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Unless they changed it. I mean, since the last time, but yeah.
Or at least in bars.
At least in bars, I know that for sure. Do you remember when you used to be able to smoke in the airplane?
No, I don't remember.
Yeah, man, I remember that. No. Like there's the airplane, the smoker section, the non-smoker section. I remember as a kid wondering, how does that work? Because I can still smell it.
I smell the shit out of it right here.
Right.
Your lies, bro. The smoking section, the whole goddamn plane's a smoking section. Let's not, call a spade a spade.
I remember going into like lounges, work lounges where you're still able to smoke.
Right.
And man, the lounge would be like all yellow stains. The ceiling was yellow.
Or the frame, like if there was picture frames
and they're taken off or something, you see like a spot. Like, how did anybody think that was good? You know?
So
I mean, I smoke and stuff, but that's just hilarious that you would just
that
was
think
just
it's
the
fun.
thing.
Yeah,
housewives in the 60s smoking and cooking at the same time.
Yeah, just ashing into the pot roast and shit. Yeah, man.
I don't know. Sometimes I just like living in like complete what's the word? Just naivete.
Yeah,
or just
ignorant bliss, kind of.
Yeah, just like this is good.
Yeah.
Kind of like this too, you know, just kind of like, I know something's happening in my body.
Oddly wholesome. I don't know what that is, man, but yeah, there's a certain reverence. It's like, I don't know what it is. Let me try to think about that right now. So if I look back on those times, it seems like maybe there was a little bit less about so like smoking, right? Mm-hmm. For example, and the how prevalent it was, you know, I mean, just everywhere. But it seems like they felt like they were fighting bigger fights or something. Like there's other important things. Like we kind of assume we're not going to be living that long. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like if I can see like in that day, you know, a middle-aged guy in the 1970s or 60s or even 80s, you know, depends. Like I could picture like, look, you know, Uncle Bobby's dead at 68. You know, my dad's gone by 71. Right. You know what I mean? You're just like, if I see 75, I'm fucking lucky, dude. Yeah. You know, so
that was a different time too. A lot of people were like fought in World War II.
Yeah.
You know, so just smoking was just you do. I mean, I know if I was in the military, I'd be fucking smoking every day.
Yeah.
Just, you know, because there is a lot of downtime too. So you're just like,
what are you gonna do? I'm smoking.
And you're sitting there rubbing elbows with your friends and you're, you know.
And
anyways, we always seem to talk about smoking. But see, to me, that's so interconnected to like the 60s. When I think about Mad Men and stuff, them smoking, that comes with the image.
Yeah,
you know, the cool factor to it.
Yeah, and you get the. Although, did you ever have you ever used any like a cigarette holder? That's just a bridge too far, dude.
No, when I see that for women.
Well, that's.
I mean, this thought was like so you don't get the
screw your lipstick up.
Yeah, your lipstick
and your teeth, I guess. But
I've never seen a guy do that.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. But it's like I picture them like way higher class kind of thing. You know, like old world
suit or like wearing a robe.
With the we call it not the tie, the neckerchief. What's that called? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but it's not. Yeah,
ascot.
Yeah, the ascot.
Right. Stupid name that is. So yeah, if you got the ascot on and like probably got some fake hair, you know what I mean, like a real bad toupee kind of. Yeah. So yeah, man, you could picture that guy like the Penguin in the old Batman series.
If I was a time traveler, I would love to go back in that time period just once, just to like
in the 60s.
No, even like way earlier, like or like just when they were wearing those robes at like in their libraries or something.
Oh yeah,
like I would love to just visit some dude and just be like talk to shit about whatever's going on in the day.
Yeah,
and just smoke, just experience at one time.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, back in the day, there would be you get a little smoking jacket, unironic smoking jacket, like when Hugh Hefner was in it, you know, and that's just what it was. It's like, I'm a classy gentleman.
Yeah.
I've got like slippers, you know, like a nice pair of house slippers. Yeah, man. I mean, it seems all nice, right? Yeah. But also they were prescribing some wild shit, bro. Like I think Nixon puts the drug schedule, right? Schedule 1 through 4, whatever it is, puts that together, puts it in play in like 70X 72 or something like that. So, and I don't really know every detail about all that stuff, but I know that in like, if it's well into the 40s or so, I think, and even the 50s, like you could buy all kinds of shit over the counter, right? And far enough back, you could like get cocaine at the local pharmacist, you know what I mean? And they're like handing out speed and barbiturates to like housewives. And they're like, I cleaned the whole house today. It's like, I'm not hungry at all. I look great.
Yeah.
Hey, Bob, the missus looks fantastic. What's she doing? Oh, it's this new pill. Holy shit, Bob. Your wife's on meth, bro. Like, what are you doing?
Right.
So,
whenever you see the people on meth, they're like, there's no ounce of fat on them at all.
I don't know, man. They're all just like, look like they're death metal drummers, just all twitchy and shit. Like, what are you doing, bro? Did you ever see that? Did you ever see it's old Adolf Hitler, in a video at the Olympics?
Okay.
Right? It's the Olympics. So that's the year that Jesse Owens
ran,
just hands
I've seen
Germans
clips
their own
stuff on
ass.
YouTube.
So good. Right on America. But anyways, the story goes that Hitler's doctors had some kind of cocktail that they would, he would set up for him, right? And it was like little vitamin B12 and some, speed, like proper speed, and all kinds of ridiculous testosterone, all this kind of crazy stuff. So, as the story goes, he's at the Olympics, jazzed because like he's going to show his dominant race, right? His master race horseshit. And so there's like a live shot of him in the stands or whatever. Dude, he's like rocking back and forth. His knees are double bass, man, the whole time.
Double bass.
Bro, like him at the story around that same time, he has the falling out with Mussolini. And he said that he basically spoke at, he talked at Mussolini for like 6 hours. It just wore him down, right? He just couldn't take it. But anyway, so you go back in time, and while it all looks nice and everybody's got their nice jacket on, it's like, shit was weird, man. Shit was weird.
Well, that's why I just time travel just to have that experience, and then I come back.
And
I think though, if I was like a billionaire, like money was no thing,
right?
I would have a smoker's jacket. I would be smoking smoker's jacket, drinking. Like I would have my maid make me like a drink.
What's the rich guy drink? Okay, look, tomorrow you wake up billionaire, right? Outrageous house. You got like a pet giraffe, the whole bit, right? What's your go-to?
For me, it's old fashions.
An old fashioned,
and it's nice because Hannah makes me old fashions regularly,
right?
So I got to get see if she could get on that like on a daily,
right?
Like, or I come home, I drink like an old fashioned, and she makes good old fashions, dude. But like if I had if I was very wealthy, I'd come home, put on my smoker jacket, sit in my library, smoke a cigarette indoors, didn't give a shit.
It's my house.
My house.
I paid for the goddamn house. I'm gonna smoke a cigarette right here.
Smoke a cigarette right
Ash
there.
on the floor.
I wouldn't be like that barbaric. I'd have a little, one of those little machines where it like sucks the smoke as you.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I thought you were gonna say one of those little machines where it has the ticker from the stock market.
Oh yeah, no, that'd be cool.
Like ticker, yeah.
But then drinking my old fashioned.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely do that.
All right. All right. So it's a smoking jacket. Who's probably Jaeger is probably going to have, your dog's going to have his little bed right there at the feet, right?
No, he'd be sitting in my lap smoking with me. Secondhand smoking with me.
Sure. That's funny, man. Yeah. No, I don't know, man. Give me money.
Hannah will come down the long stairs. I envision, and she's already been drinking like 2 bottles of wine.
Dude, she's not confidently walking down the stairs.
No.
Somebody's carrying her.
She comes down, gives me a little smooch and like, how's your day, honey?
Hey, baby, what's going on?
Hands me my newspaper.
Sure. Is that the fantasy?
Yeah, that's the fantasy.
That's it. It's like the year 1959 in your house all the time.
All the time.
Yeah, man.
Yep.
Yeah, no, don't give me money, man. It's not going to be that. Certainly I'm not going to start smoking. Maybe cigars, because it seems like a gentlemanly, But then how many can you smoke a day?
In my mind, cigars are cool, but I just can't. I can't do it. That's a big
commitment. I mean, look at the size.
It's a big commitment. It's like you got to sit there, like
I don't even know how
sitting in one spot for a long time, and then on top of that, you're constantly on the relighted if you're like busy, like shit, and then if you try to inhale that shit,
you're gonna be sick.
Yeah,
right. I mean, at least I would. Right? I saw George Burns. Shout out if you Gen Zers know that guy. Don't look it up. Don't cheat. But I saw an interview with George Burns on like Johnny Carson, or who was before Johnny Carson? The Nick Cavett show, one of those guys.
Oh, it's Johnny Carson because I think I seen that.
Right.
Like, so what cigar are you on now or something?
Yeah. Real casual, and he sounds like he's just been chewing rocks.
Right.
And it's number 10 or whatever the fuck he's like. Jesus Christ, dude! And he lived to be like 102.
Yeah. Even on that show, he looked like he was about to die.
Always,
like he was like 100 years old
with a bad rug,
and he's still smoking.
Just going to the fucking wheels fall off, man. Ride it into the rocks, bro. Yeah, man. There is something about that back in the day kind of vibe, and how real it was. Looking at ads from then though, different vibe. Oh yeah. Like clearly in the design and how they're made and all that kind of stuff, right? And
see, when I think of ads back then, I think of like car ads, where like maybe there's a family, or the wife is driving. Or no, there's a family and there's like a kid in the back. The dad's driving. The wife has one of those like scarf things, tying behind her head. It's a convertible,
Yep.
And then they're just, it's all illustrated.
Yeah, it's that kind of shitty blue.
Yeah.
Like,
or if you did have like a model lady. Yeah. Like she's touching the car, but she has like high waisted like bikini bottoms and like really high,
yeah, all of that kind of thing.
Very conservative.
And and it's like the car is on a spinning, slow spinning.
Yeah, because that's innovation.
Yeah, ooh, it spins.
Yeah,
man. Yeah, but the vibe of it, the vibes of the whole ad like industry back in the day, right? So I guess that would be, I don't know, certainly the 50s and 60s, and put it that way, up in the 70s. It's kind of perfect. Like that's kind of,
it felt like it.
Like it's like like aspirational would be the way I would put that, right? It's like you want to achieve this. This is kind of a perfection of sorts. I'm not sure. Like
very Hollywood-like.
Yeah, right? Like the presentation of it all is much more kind of quasi, I don't want to say unattainable because they're trying to sell it to you so you'll buy it. But it's more just like the best that you can. Okay, but as compared to these days where I think of, now it's a lot more real, right? Like today's ads to a degree. Right, I realize there's all kinds of stupid like video game ads. That's not what I'm talking about.
All sorts of different varieties of ads, yeah.
But there's something about it that seems more real.
Yeah.
So like whether it's maybe, the humor, right, the certain sarcasm or kind of the wink at the camera kind of thing, where like you're in the joke too, right? As opposed to it being much more just, you're here and we're here putting a show and dun 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 dun, buy the next thing. Now like ads are like, yeah, right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right.
Now it's like, and for a while, right? Since to a degree, maybe when we were kids, but certainly it's just the standard. It's like what Gen Z expects.
Yeah.
Right. Because Gen Z is up to what, 27 years old, I think, about that. It's kind of what they expect, that it's just like the ads they look at, the TV, the commercials are like more real, for whatever that means.
Yeah, I think relatable. Is it real or relatable? I think it's synonymous maybe.
Yeah, authentic.
Yeah.
Right?
You could definitely maybe picture yourself in that ad a little bit more.
Yeah.
I think with the whole diversity and inclusion push in culture these days, there's definitely its positives of that. Like as a minority for myself, I pay attention. I notice, there's a lot more like mixed couples. Like you'll have an Asian wife and a white husband, or a black husband, Asian wife.
It's a good combo too.
Right.
Black and Asian's good combo.
Yeah. Like you'll have a lot more diversity. The kids look diverse.
Yeah.
And I pay attention to that. Like even movies now.
Yeah.
Like a lot more Koreans representing the Asian population in movies.
Right.
Although sometimes I just think that like it just doesn't fit. Like sometimes
it doesn't make fucking sense.
like if it's forced, like that is like laughable. And when I think of forced, for me, and I know there's probably a lot of Bridgerton fans out there,
right?
But Hannah and I love watching period pieces. Like we
Me
love
too.
watching period shows,
I'm down.
like Peaky Blinders,
Yeah,
for example.
Peaky Blinders.
Yeah, Peaky Blinders.
Right.
Yeah. The and now there's that one we want to watch. Did you see the House of Guinness? Have you started watching it?
No, I've seen the ads.
Well, apparently it's like really good.
Is it
It's
really
on Netflix. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want to pick that up
Check
as soon
that
as we finish a couple series. But
Yeah.
But we try to watch Bridgerton because everybody's her friends are talking about it. I'm like, okay,
Right.
But then like there's just way too much diversity in it. Like in that time period, I'm like, come on now, whatever the prince or the
Don't bullshit me, dude.
is not going to be an African American, and then what's this Asian lady doing in this? Like,
or an African,
right?
That's not America,
right?
Right?
Right.
Yeah, like that part kills me because now it's like, wait, hold on, man.
Yeah.
Look. Let me get this straight. If my God rest all their souls, man, that generation, that would be my grandma's generation.
Mm-hmm.
They were really, really nice, God-fearing, salt of the earth, hardworking, determined individuals that all my family's immigrants got here off the boat.
Yeah.
Not a lick of English.
Yeah.
I love those people, right? But they sure did have them some unpopular opinions about people and diversity. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
Right. So don't you go ahead and just ask your grandfather, if they're still alive, like what they think about other people. You're like, oh, grandpa, you shouldn't say that. Like, holy shit.
That's not acceptable.
So
that's why, like, when I watch this, I'm like, I remember we tried to watch the first episode. I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah. It takes you out.
It takes me out of this. This is not realistic.
Yeah.
I get what they're doing. I appreciate thanks, but it doesn't work. Right. And then on top of that, then they threw in like modern music into
takes me out too.
Right. And I'm like,
makes sense. Yeah.
I mean, I get it. It's in a lot of people. It's successful. A lot of people obviously love the show, but I couldn't get into it. Yeah. To me, it's kind of like, and I love like Marvel stuff, but like if they would have made like Captain America, some like Filipino American dude.
Yeah.
Like I would not, I would revolt, and I'm Filipino American. I'd be like, no, Captain America is not eating bugagong or sitting there, eating pancit and
doesn't hit the same.
That's not what he does.
Doesn't hit. Right? Doesn't go with the story.
Yeah, Hulk is like some, no, it just doesn't work.
It doesn't work.
Don't force it.
Yeah.
Now,
that's
granted,
right. Don't force it.
Nick Fury, that was played by Samuel L. Jackson.
There's tons of those.
He was technically originally a white guy in the comics.
Yeah.
But, I get it. That kind of made sense. He was more of a minor role in the comics.
Yeah.
And they elevated him. And now I think if you look at Nick Fury in comic books now, in the print, they look like Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah. Gilmore Sean.
They kind of changed the history there.
That's interesting. It seems like you say the word forced, right? Because I think I feel in the middle as like generationally. Whereas let's say like Gen Z is expecting diverse, like that's just what it is, right? They don't necessarily know any better or know any different, right? I don't say better, but it's no different. As opposed to late Gen X, certainly Boomer, like it's like. It feels like it could be forced, right? So, but in the middle where I tend to be, and those touch younger than I am, it feels like, all right, I too want to include, because I understand that side of it, where it's like you grow up and all your heroes are, you'd like a hero to look like you do, right? Because there's identification with that, right? There's a certain kind of buy-in, right? I don't know, but psychologically it makes sense, right? Because if you look at
now, like as far as like it depends, Because as far as like if you say like fictional hero, I maybe I just don't see it. Like I don't see like some Superman
doesn't hit the same
as me, and I don't almost want it. Like that's laughable. Come on, like no, can't work.
Right? Yeah.
But like a real hero, like for me, like Manny Pacquiao, he's a hero to many.
Yeah.
He's a real guy, and he's gives a lot of pride to the Filipino nation. He's helped during a lot of hurricane, or what do you call that?
What do they have out there? Typhoons,
typhoon,
monsoons?
typhoon type a national crisis, building houses.
Right. I mean, he's a man of the people.
Yeah, he's a man of the people, right?
Hero.
So like, I want to see more of that. I want to see minorities be elevated and recognized for their contribution. Right.
But that's real life.
That's real life.
Right? And furthermore, if you want to base a character, because those cultural heroes are everywhere.
Yeah.
Right. They're all over the place.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I can remember like Jet Li's Fearless. Right. I can't remember the guy's name at this point, but it was all about the wushu, right? But that's a great story of self-discovery, and then as a culture, right? China is labeled as the weak man of the East, right? And they got to fight back against the West, and like all this this is our heritage, right? I'm obviously not Chinese, but like that's a great fucking story, right? And so I remember looking at that, I was like, damn, I don't know if it was quite a hero per se, but like as something to kind of aspire to. I don't give a shit what anybody looks like. I don't care. I wasn't even in English, right? I had to read the subtitles. Like I'm down for that. Right? But as you're saying, like a fictional character, you could be green.
Yeah.
Right? Be the Incredible Hulk.
Yeah.
I don't care. Like, and then when it comes to that, it's like, don't go forcing the diversity where you don't have to.
Yeah.
Right? Because here's another thing generationally. It's like all throughout the perspectives of the boomer and the Gen X and the Gen Z and so forth and so on, millennial, it's like everybody's got their own version. Whereas the boomers might be skeptical of inserting politically charged kind of elements into, let's say, entertainment, but ads.
Yeah.
Is where we're kind of going. So they're skeptical of like, hey, why are you trying to make me think a certain way? So it's one thing. And then all the way to the Gen Z, they're accustomed to that. Right? But then it's like, well, don't force feed me. They expect that, right? Yeah. But then they don't want to have their activism monetized or turned into like a commodity or something, right? Because then they're like, well, yeah, definitely diversity, but don't make money off of that, right? Because then it feels to them inauthentic,
disingenuous,
right? So it's interesting, like every generation's perspective.
You're using us to make money,
right?
Yeah,
and if that's the case,
even though that is the case,
it is right. But it's interesting. There's a particular perspective, Gen X wise, right, where it's like the product, like market me a product, do this ad for this product, cool, and if it makes sense. Right, then there could be any number of diverse elements in that commercial, right? But in their eyes, their bullshit meter doesn't go off as long as it makes sense with the product.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. The second you start inserting things, it seems politically charged, and all of a sudden they're out.
They're
right,
out.
Because they're a skeptical bunch themselves. Right.
Yeah.
But that said, it does sell, man. Like that comment I said before, like when you can see yourself, right, whatever you are, right, like when you can see yourself in the commercial, in the movie, in the thing, then the odds that you get that product or are subsequently engaged in it, that it sticks, is much higher.
Yeah, I mean, I believe it.
Yeah,
I definitely believe. I remember when I first got into the marketing and advertising game, early 2000s. We had a client who was African American. He was a doctor. He was launching a new product, and we created some ads for him. And it didn't even occur to me, but he's like, "Hey, there's no African Americans in this ad," and I'm like, "Oh, okay, like that's important." Like,
right,
okay, it was just so whatever. And then it got more and more and more brought up. Yeah, to the point where like, okay, we really got to add those characters. And it's funny now too, because like whenever we're doing photo shoots, naturally I'll get photos of myself because hey, I'm already there. Right. Take a photo of me, and then inevitably they'll add me as like the token Asian. And so our client adds
token.
I'm like, no one got my permission. Why am I on this ad?
That's
like you're just using me. Yeah. We made that. I'm like, thanks, guys.
That's amazing. That's amazing.
Well, but I think the key thing is because you were saying, and I'll be interested in hearing some statistics if you know, but you were saying that like when a company and their products or services is including diversity in a very genuine, relatable way, that it does increase buyer consumers to buy their products, especially if it's targeted to those particular consumers, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting, and I'm glad. I think that's good.
Well, I think so. The generational perspectives are the thing that are in play, right? Because obviously, if you're marketing crap, like you got to pay attention to who the hell are we selling to, right? What age demo are we trying to hit? What is true across the board is that there's a 25%, basically, a 25% increase in recall. Right, which is super, like when we say sticky as a KPI, right? Like we're saying sticky. The recall is increased by 25% on average when you have this inclusive element, right? But the nuance of that is that most generations appreciate that as a matter of fact about the place you're in. What I mean is, if you're in America and there's a particular spread of demographic, right, in a given geography of wherever you are, and then the commercials and all and the ads and everything reflect that, it feels very natural. It makes total sense. As an extreme example, if you're in, North Dakota, right, Idaho, right? It's awfully white out there. Utah, right? It's just
do you see any
awfully white.
Do you see any ethical problems with, like, let's say McDonald's creates all these ads, like TV ad campaigns,
right?
But in like Minnesota, that ad is like with white people. But then if this ad is airing in a heavily like
a super Spanish, it's like El Paso.
There are Hispanics in there.
Yeah.
Do you
maybe
see
the commercials in Spanish. No,
you don't.
No,
not like manipulation. Like, oh, we know that you won't buy our stuff if we use the Milwaukee ad over here in
I mean, no, I don't, because if you see if that's the game, right? I think that the fine line those marketers shred is because it's a fact that already happens.
Yeah,
right?
It is. It does.
You're not going to have blonde hair, blue eyed, and by the way, they're like they're the sons and daughters of Viking blood, right? So all these folks way in the north, you're not they have these big, corn fed looking family out there. If you're trying to sell to mostly say Mexican immigrant population in South Texas, it doesn't hit.
Well,
why
that's
would
why.
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, and I agree. Like, you gotta
play to the crowd.
Play to the crowd, right? Now, that's also why people don't like marketers because right we are they would say that it's like marketers are synonymous to like manipulators, right because we know we're targeting certain demographics using certain lingo. We talked last podcast about like even trendy language, and then you add in the demographic that looks like your audience, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, you're just manipulating us, right? No, is it though, or is it just we're relating to them? Now I'll tell you one thing: it's very important, like that you're trying to craft message or advertising or your campaigns to your crowd, right? Yeah. Because let me tell you a story. Like I was trying to watch the most recent Victoria's Secret show. Yeah. Where like it's annual, they have like bands playing, and then the angels walk out on the runway, and all that. Like you do, yep. And I couldn't get through like half of it, if that. Right. Just because the whole time was like they would have like all sorts of diversity, which I get it. Okay, you have some, Africans, African Americans, you had some Asians, but they're tall, and like, okay, cool, whatever. I'm used to like more of the tall supermodel white chicks, right? Seems to be, whatever. I get it. Yeah. But then they had like a pregnant lady come out, and I'm like, wait, what? This is not. What's a pregnant lady coming out, right? And then they had like a short, like 5'2", something like that.
Just
come
regular
out,
looking broad. Yeah.
and like her little angel wings are little tiny little wings. Different sizes, different colors, different heights, pregnant, non-pregnant. I'm like, no, I'm not interested in this.
I'm not sold.
Like, when I watch this, I want to see the supermodels, right? It's like when I watch WWE wrestling, I want to see, big, giant, colossal men. I don't want to see me.
They don't watch us unless it's a goof.
Yeah,
nobody's gonna watch us.
Goof. You want to see you and I in like little skivvies trying to
injuring my back as I jump off the top rope.
Right, I'll be like
stupid.
Trying to hit your head on the
and
turnbuckle.
Actually doing it like, dude.
No,
I'm not getting enough money
like
for this.
Gigantic, they almost like they're you can make action figures off of these guys.
Right.
That's how
they're superhuman.
They're superhuman, right?
But that's the all right. Hold on. So, get to my point about it's important that you're targeting, right? Yeah.
What I come to realize is at the end of the day, though, I am not the target audience of Victoria's
Well, that's
Secret,
also true,
right?
Right.
I'm not the one. Yeah, of course, a lot of guys like get into fashion or like would love to see the hot women and all that stuff. Right. But at the end, I'm not the one who they're targeting.
I'm not going to buy the stuff for myself.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I might buy it. Obviously, men all the time buy it for their significant others.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm not, and so that's what it just had to remind me. But I'm like, not interested. It turns off. I'm also not the demographic either.
Yeah.
Because I guess if I was pregnant, I'd be like, that's really cool.
Right.
We had a pregnant lady.
I can look hot.
I can look hot too. Right. Like no, not. It wasn't interested to me.
Yeah.
And the same thing would go, I think, for WWE. Like we are the audience for the demographic for WWE wrestling.
Right.
I'm sure there's girls who like it too, but like
they're weird.
Yeah, that would be probably abnormal. But before we want to see like colossal men, like just
doing superhuman stuff, looking superhuman,
spinning around, tossing guys, and like man.
Like the thing is about those examples, right? That's interesting that you acknowledge that you're not the demo, right?
Yeah.
So your experience is like, it's kind of like they're shining their laser beam at their demographic, and you're on the outside of that one.
Yeah.
Right. So you're looking, you're like, I thought you guys are supposed to be supermodel, hot, tall, like super. And then you kind of look at, it's almost like in this, like you can see them shining their advertising beam at the correct demographic. Yeah. And then you're like from the outside and you're like, I thought you guys supposed to be like Cindy Crawford or something. And then you like look over and there's nothing but like women looking at you like, you don't even know, you know what I mean? Like giving you a bunch of attitude. Like, all right, I don't know. Right. I guess you girls like it. But my point is that the brand, right? Okay. What is the brand? The brand in WWE is superhero, ridiculous, over the top. I mentioned before about the perfection part of the ads from like way back, right? Where they were like totally aspirational and all that. But if you really like dial in on that, it's like, well, WWE isn't selling that you too can be a WWE star.
No,
right? They're not. There's in no way, as far as I know, anyway. I'm not some massive wrestling fan, but it's like they don't preach that. Like you too can be this, and NBA, NFL. I mean, these are beyond aspirational, unless you happen to be a very young kid. But for adults, watching it, like I don't think any of us have illusions. Like
then again, even in the '80s, they had some diversity in like WWF at the time. Yeah, Bam Bam Bigelow. He was really a heavy set dude. Andre the Giant,
big.
He wasn't like necessarily fit. He was just a tall dude.
I'll tell you what, though, as a young man, he was a stud, bro.
Oh, I believe
he was an absolute stud.
He had JYD, Junkyard Dog.
Yeah.
Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, Asian.
What was the cat's name? I'm thinking, it's Superfly Jimmy Snuka.
Yeah, Superfly Jimmy Snuka. Coco Beware.
That's right. That's right. He had the bird, right?
Yeah, he had the bird.
That's right.
Like, so you did have diversity back then too. Even in WWE. But going back to the Victoria's Secret though, like the men have to be somewhat of an indirect target audience though too, right? Because they're building this brand. Like Victoria's Secret is sexy. You want your chick to look like this,
her best. In their clothes.
There's something about that, right? When technically they could probably get something from the shelves of Walmart and still look sexy.
Yeah,
right.
I don't give a goddamn.
I don't care. Right?
Going off anyway. I don't care.
But anyways, did you know that I guess I just found out that we're going. Hannah is getting some tickets to watch midget wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. She asked me, she's like, "Hey, would you be interested in going to a midget wrestling?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!" Like I gotta see that shit.
Sign me up. Why did you ask,
dude? Why would you ask that?
Book it.
I gotta see that shit. Like I have so many questions.
Bro.
I got so many questions. Like, is the ring reduced in size? Is it the same ring? How do you see them?
Do they do the ring inside the ring?
Do they do the ring inside the ring?
That would be.
Is the
special.
ref? Is a ref a midget? Like I got so
Right.
like is the chicks that do the different rounds, are they midgets? Like I got
The
so many
ring girl.
questions. I got
Or the ring goes.
yeah.
Wow, bro. Well, I told you. So
Dude, like this is gonna be great.
That's
it's
amazing.
Gonna be a great experience.
That's amazing. I'm glad that's out there.
Yeah.
Right.
It's like on one of those odd bucket lists. It's not even like my main bucket list. It's like this odd alternative bucket list. I'm like, I want to check it off that list.
Dude, if life's a video game, that's a bonus mission.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Right.
You're like, I don't need to do this.
I don't need to do this.
I'm sure fucking glad I did, though.
Yeah.
I'm sure glad I did. Dude, and we got to get you guys out to, me and Shannon went to go see the Redneck Brawl.
Yeah, like I do it.
Oh.
I do it.
Just.
I do it.
Perfection.
Just because it's like I gotta see this. Like
perfection, man. This even the crowd was at when we went to see it. It was like 7, 8, 9 months ago. When we went to see, even the crowd delivered. It was just who you thought was going to be there, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah. That's how I kind of approach a lot of things in life, though. Right. It's like I gotta see it.
You got it one time,
like just once, even if I'm not really interested. Like I never woke up and said, oh, "Man, I really want to see a midget wrestling."
Right?
Like never.
No.
But when she approached me, I'm like,
obviously,
what?
How dare you insult me by not buying those tickets now?
That she should have bought it yesterday.
I will cancel Christmas for that shit, dude.
Right? Like. Just so there's certain things I just gotta experience.
God, that's funny, man.
Yeah,
that's funny.
It's not. Am I the target audience for that? I don't know.
I think so. Who isn't? Who isn't? Right. You got to be pretty. You know what's funny, man? Is like I think onto the diversity thing now. So I think yes, it has its merits, right? I love the fact that when it's done right, it's matter of fact, right? I think that the thing that all of us fight against. In one capacity or another is the idea of intentionally not including people, right? That's the thing where I think all of us through and through, well, unless you're just some fucking racist or something, like that's where all of us can get on board, right? And I think at the heart of it, I'm like, yeah, man, of course, right? Like I love seeing, I can't remember the guy's name, but he's like super disability guy. Right, like he's pretty jacked up. He's got good use of his right hand, maybe. And so he's a comedian and he does stand up. He was on Kill Tony with can't remember his name, Tony Hinchcliffe. And so he's getting his shine right now, and he's coming up, and he's a really funny guy. And so he roasts hard, bro, and he's up there for it, man. Like they're ripping on him, you know, and all his disabilities. But I like the fact that in yesterday's world, it would have made the crowd uncomfortable, which is unfortunate, right? It's like there was all these crap words that they would use for people with disabilities in general, and it was a real bummer, man. When you look back, you're like, come on, bro, don't treat people like that. Come on, have a little fucking class, right? And then just because you're afflicted with this thing, doesn't mean you can't play with the rest of us. Right. You know what I mean? Let's get these schoolyard, antics out of our lives, right? Yeah. So in that sense, it's like it's cool to see that, and it's extra funny because you're like, you get to see otherwise healthy people roasting a guy with disabilities, and it's really harsh, but that makes it all more funny. And then even still, like now there's this one chick who is roasting the guy, and she's in a wheelchair, she's all busted up too. And they're like going back and forth, and he's got the robot voice because he can't speak. Yeah. So he's like, dude, it's him, dude, like, and throwing bombs at her.
Oh yeah.
Roasting this poor woman in a wheelchair. And in yesterday's world, without diversity, with intentional exclusion, right? In yesterday's world, it's like, oh, ignore it. It doesn't exist and don't include and don't look and blah, blah, blah. And then throughout the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, right, then we see like, no, everybody can get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Right. And also from that side of it, it's like, don't treat us like second class, bro.
Yeah.
I can't walk that good.
Right.
I can't speak that. I'm still
I
good.
love that shit. I love not the not walking shit, but
right.
I love the comedians now. You're seeing a lot of variety.
That's so good.
Like the little person comedian dude.
Yeah. Well, there's Wee Man from Jackass.
There's Wee Man, but there's one that his special is called Bite Size. That dude's fucking hilarious, dude. Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
He has this bit where he's like, guys, the urinals, the short ones, that's for us little people. Don't fucking use my urinal.
Right.
It's for little people or black guys with long dicks. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious.
Comment a little.
Yeah.
That's good.
Or I saw this one guy. I think he seemed like maybe he had autism, and he's roasting another comedian.
Yeah.
And she's in a wheelchair, like one of those mechanical wheelchairs.
Yeah. Okay.
And they're like roasting. He wasn't talking through a thing.
Oh, okay.
And so they're roasting each other. And she's like, I'm going to come and fight you. And she's like, do this. And he goes and turns it off. And everybody just busts out laughing.
Oh, man.
Like, that's fucking hilarious, dude.
That's hilarious.
And I love it because they can laugh at themselves. They're not taking them so seriously. We're not laughing at them. We're just, we need to laugh more, And everybody, people will fucking laugh at me all day long. There's so many stupid so many stupid things I do, That
I think if
I can't laugh at myself,
what's the point?
What's the point?
Right? Like when I think of the diversity, the equity, inclusion part, the real inclusion, I think it's one of those like pendulum moments, right? Because it's like back in the day, it's like, don't talk about that. That's Uncle Bobby. He's in the back room eating graham crackers. We don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That whole thing, right? So we're shamed, right? And then it's like, all right, let's not be, come on. There's regular ass people, let's take care of them. You guys come to the party too. And so the pendulum swings, right? And then there's this like genuine, we care, right? And throughout, I remember me growing up, like in high school, where you're like, all right, come on, guys. Let's don't be dicks.
Invited.
Come here, right? Everybody's in. But then it swings super hard.
Yeah.
Then we end up at like Bridgerton, right? And now you're just fucking up narratives for no reason. Now it's like, dude, there wasn't black folks. There wasn't Asian. There was nobody in England at the time. And if so, they damn sure didn't have any like jewels on, they were like shucking coal and shoveling shit with the rest of us.
Right.
So,
there's a happy medium.
Right.
And I think that medium is if it fits the narrative, it fits the context.
Bingo.
It appeals to the target audience that you're trying to talk to.
Right.
And, it doesn't feel forced. It's genuine.
Right.
Then it checks off all those boxes.
Yeah.
I just realized, I said midget wrestling. I think midget's actually like a bad word.
I don't think you should say that.
Right? Is it?
I don't know.
I think they go by little people.
I don't know.
But see, the way it was presented to me, in fairness,
but
they
that's
said,
the sell.
You want to go to a midget wrestling thing?
That's
I said,
the sell.
But then it just occurred to me, I'm like,
I would want to know.
That's like the N word for.
I would want to know from the source, right? So if we have some folks out there, right?
No, I
don't
think
torch
I've heard
us.
comedians even say, like, no, you don't say that. And
Yeah.
like little people comedians. So like, I want to go.
Is that how they sell it though? I need to see their
wrestling.
flyer.
Right. That's what I think. I think the flyer actually says midget wrestling.
Because I picture this,
but
right?
I think culturally that's not.
I don't know if
I apologize for all of our
little shout out
little people audience,
our smaller friends.
Yeah.
But if that could be one of those, because there's that other delicate balance, right? There's this like weird middle ground. Where is it just the white guilt that made us say these stupid things? Like Latinx, for example. Right. That's me, bro. Yeah. Latino, right? Like Latinx. Get the fuck out. Who made this stupid crap up? It's that, it's just like some rich white lady with like the, the big cup and like, oh, we don't want to offend. It's like, I'm not really offended by that, bro. I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I wonder if the wrestlers, the little people wrestlers, if they're bummed.
I don't know. I think it's part of the promo, right?
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah. I find though that like little people are hilarious, and they tend to. It seems as though they have a really good sense of humor.
I mean, you know what,
and like
man?
I appreciate that because like whether you're little, whether you're tall, whatever, like if you have confidence to have a sense of humor,
it's all good,
man. That's great.
Yeah,
but I want to see that. I definitely want to go to that. You know, it kind of reminds me because I keep saying I want to see that. Have you ever seen that that interview that Conan O'Brien had with Adam Sandler? That bit where he talks about acting with Shaquille O'Neal.
No.
And so he goes like, "Oh man, Shaquille O'Neal, he's funnier than all of us." And this is Adam Sandler saying this. Right. We're on the movie set, we're playing basketball, like in between breaks, and afterwards, like before going to our next shoot, Shaquille O'Neal had to take a shower, so he goes and uses the gym shower, and then Adam Sandler goes, but I had to see it.
That's right. I've seen that. I've seen that.
Yeah. And Cody's like, you had to see it. It's like the Grand Canyon. Yeah, I have to see it.
See it one time.
Right? You saw that?
That's funny. Yes.
Yeah. And he goes and the security guard stops him. He's like, sorry, man. Don't tell him that I wanted to go
just
see his dick. Yeah, I just had to see it. And then later, Shaquille O'Neal, because he's like, sorry, Shaq. I just what do you mean? That was my dick. Dude, that's how I feel. It's like I gotta see it.
You gotta see it.
I gotta see this.
You gotta see it one time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I don't know how we got off ads into that, but
diversity.
Diversity.
It's just diversity,
I think
that, like anything, we talked about this in other, when we were talking about the Ghost Adventures thing, right?
Yeah.
Like I think, and as minorities, right, we value diversity, and partly because, like now I feel like I'm part of the culture now.
Yeah.
Where before everything you look at,
bingo.
Movies to television shows to advertisements, like everything is all Caucasian and black.
Right.
Where now you're seeing mix, and I'm like, I belong. Like I feel like I belong in the very country that I live in, right?
Yeah,
and there's value in that, right?
Yeah.
But like anything, things can be bastardized, know. In all sense, there's just a strong agenda where now it's just forced down your throat.
Right.
It's like, okay, come on.
Right. Yeah, that would never, like, I feel like it's forcing a scene into a movie or into a book, or, it's like, that would never happen, or that never would belong there. Why are you making me
feel bad? Like,
right.
Like, why are you making people feel bad? Like, I don't have a problem with diversity, but yet I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because it seems like it's forced.
Yeah. Yeah. Like some obligation.
Some obligation. Yeah.
It's as if to say, right. And in my head, and it's only an opinion, but in my head, it's like yesterday's world intentionally left out diversity, right? Intentionally went out of their way to exclude, right?
Yeah.
Exclusion is
terrible. Right.
Is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Right. It always has been. And when I think about my dad and my uncle and his particular generation of Americans, it's just his world. Like he was just a teeny little, like a half a second too young to have gone to Vietnam, right? But like when we think Vietnam, we think black and white, man, right? That's a diverse scene, right? The culture that was counter to that in the late 60s and 70s is a extremely, almost like aggressively militant inclusive, right? Why? Because they actually fought against the old world, right? They were sometimes literally, but figuratively anyway, fighting against ideals that were a blink past Mao and Hitler, and like these wild old world, like Victorian era ideals of like actual superiority of races, and like to where they've got it to a science, like, and so all these old world ideas still kind of lingered around in the politically elite and the old world money and the Vanderbilts of the world, like all that was there and it ruled, man. They were at the top of politics and the money, and so like I can understand. My point is that in that day you had to actively fight. right? I totally get that.
Yeah.
Right. And then we ended up with that feels like the first part of the pendulum of like, you're right. Come here, man. But they're busting each other's balls really hard.
Yeah.
Right. If they make those jokes today, it's uncomfortable. Archie Bunker is funny today, but also I don't know if I would make those jokes per se.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Very cringy.
Yeah. You're like, ooh, buddy, you're right on the edge.
To use a Gen Z term.
A Gen Z term, cringe, right? But it's I love the way that it happened, right? It's like, you had to be militant and aggressive, but today, I don't think so, man.
I don't think so. Not as much because now, even like positions of authority are filled by females or
fill in the blank.
African Americans, Asians. Like a lot of CEOs are Indians. Even like Microsoft CEO, I believe, is Indian. Like position of authority are very diverse, and so as a result, it's almost awkward if you go like
the militant fighting for. It's like I belong here too. It's like, I know, man. Yeah. What are you yelling about? No shit, you belong here. You're the fucking president of the company. Like, but anyways, tell me about these reports. So I don't. As bad as it has been, it's not like that. And now I think that most of us feel like, all right. You're already in.
Yeah, you're in.
Everything's fine, but let's worry about some other things. Man. There's people starving in the streets. Yep. AI is going to take over the world. Like there's other things.
There's other things now.
But we're all in the party now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Relax. So anyways, that's our perspective.
That's our perspective.
Right. Hopefully we're not.
And I think we have a very privileged perspective too, because racism and all that stuff is going to be around forever and ever. Amen. It's never, it's unfortunately part of human condition, but I'm glad to see that marketers are now trying to incorporate and include so that it's more relatable, to the culture that we live in today. Yeah. And the fact that it's actually proven to increase sales, to make a dent in that way, it's
proven.
It's not it's incentivized. Yeah. It's not just we're just doing it just because it's a feel good thing. It's like people are paying attention to this. Right. That's justification. Yeah. That this is what people want. Right?
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree with that. Well, that came to a nice little button right there. I think that feels good. That was a good point.
Better than some maybe other episodes.
Yeah, it felt good. Did a delicate balance there. Felt good. Yeah. All right, we'll get out of here on that. From the iconic era of advertising to the digital age, I'm Chris.
And I'm Ernie.
Keep it legendary.